It's a pleasure to have Mr. Walter de Souza, sir, who is the former chairman of CPCI, KCMA, FIAE. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome
Pleasure,
to WCC.
pleasure meeting you.
How has the journey been? The ups, the downs, so many organizations, formal organizations, informal organizations you've headed.
3 decades and more, and growing younger by the day. More because of the changes and the rapid changes this industry is going through during the last 1 decade in general and during the couple of years in particular. So it's a challenge keeping pace with the changing times. Change is permanent, that's what I believe in, and I've been keeping pace with that. To tell you, initially this industry was written off. There were days, when we would make profit in 1 year, and by the time, we celebrate that success, 2 or 3 years in sequence would see us go down. We had the name of the game in cashew industry is to go by the law of averages, which we did and managed very well. That's how we are existing and growing. Thank you very much.
And I want to know the crop aspects in Karnataka as well as Ratnagiri, sir. What is your predictions? How the season is going to be, and how is the crop size and the quality and all that stuff?
It is expected that the crop this year is going to be extremely good. Weather gods have played their role very well in favor of the cashew industry. Things have gone on very well, extremely well. It's heartening to know the crop size, which is an indication given by the trees which are flowering. Crop is just trickling in, but we expect that the crop is going to be phenomenally good, maybe 30 to 40% more than what we harvested last year.
Right, sir, right.
And that's the same phenomenon most of the coastal west coast of Karnataka and Maharashtra as well. And I get feedback from even from east that the crop uniformly, in one word, through the length and breadth of the cashew world, the crop appears to be reasonably good.
Good, yeah. So import taxes, then demonetization, GST. How is this all going to impact on the consumer market in India?
The basic custom duty on cashews, which was imposed by Government of India in the last budget, that is 2016 budget, has certainly been really bad. More importantly, that's a step which was taken against the interests of India in particular. You are into a commodity which is a raw material, and as against your requirement of probably 2 million tons, we process about 1.6 million tons, and of which more than 1 million tons are imported. For the simple reason that India over a period of time has not been able to match the requirements of the growing industry. So by putting in restrictions, by having customs duty on a commodity which comes as a raw material, far-reaching repercussions have been there on this industry, more importantly on the labor sector.
Right.
There have been industries which have been shut down because of this particular reason, and more importantly, this decision came at a time which clashed with the harvesting. Many people, especially the small processors, were not able to take a position because they were in oblivion. They were groping in the dark as to what the implications would be. So there it will have its far-reaching repercussions, and God forbid, there may be the closure of quite a few industries because of this duty. Second aspect has been the movement to GST.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
GST is certainly a welcome move. It will cut short quite a few things, and it will be seamless.
Yes, sir.
And a harmonized movement from multiple taxes to one tax, which is accepted in many parts of the world, and that's a welcome move. But there are some hidden agendas. We have to see GST with the fine prints more than the main text. The simple reason that the rate of GST on cashew is yet to be determined. It has to be at a reasonable level, not because that it should favor the industry, but more importantly, ours is a labor-intensive industry.
Right, sir.
And if the rate of GST is at the higher slab or a medium level slab, the locking up of funds is going to be a colossal waste, not only to the industry, to the nation in particular. For the simple reason, just in case I'm citing you, the GST on cashew is going to be 12%. 12% of your capital is locked up. Yes, of course, when you export, you have a facility, you have a system by which you get that refunded. But that's going to be over a period of time.
Right, sir.
And this money will be locked up, not productively utilized even at the exchequers, to the detriment of the industry, for the simple reason that so much more finance will not be available.
Yes, sir.
Banks as of now do not have a facility to fund taxes. They fund your raw material requirements, your working capital requirement. Beyond that, they don't have provisions.
Right.
So capital is going to be a very great constraint, and I hope we have made enough representations. I hope our plea will be heard favorably.
And post demonetization, how is it, sir, the cashew markets?
Demonetization came as quite a big shock because of the timing for the cashew industry.
Right, sir.
For your information, now India is the largest consumer of cashew kernels. In as much as that happens, and in our industry, 35 to 40% of our sales take place within a period of 30 to 40 days, which is the pre-Diwali time.
Right.
And that did happen this year also. Diwali came towards the end of October, and demonetization came on November 8th. Two things happened. Most of us, we sell and sell. We do not look at the money coming back, which comes on time, even post Diwali. The normal practice in the cashew consuming part of India, which is predominantly northern India, they buy the cashews, they sell, but they don't go to collection. They go for collection of their receivables only after Diwali. And as they were going in for collection, this came in. Two sets of people were there. One very scrupulous, who had a genuine problem collecting their dues and giving them to us, and understandable. Another unscrupulous set of people who took this as an excuse, and our funds came very, very late. Some of us probably have still not received our funds. But another thing is that, there was a setback. No matter what, this came as a cashew to a certain extent, even though the consumption is growing among the middle income group, is considered to be for the people, affluent people. So there has been a resistance. People have been playing it safe, not going in for cashews and all. But I think over a period of time, we will overcome this. There should not be any issues about that.
Now that cashews, as you said, is not the cheapest of the nuts, how has it impacted the industry?
We had all kinds of fears. Most of the time, our peer nuts, other nuts, have been traded at higher levels, and cashew has been on a reasonably low level. For the markets. This sudden rise and a mismatch, to a certain extent a large mismatch I would say, between other nuts and cashews, cashews being at certain points of time at the highest level. And when it comes to pricing, there were apprehensions and natural fears that the consumption would come down. But to my mind, as somebody who has very strongly propagated the idea of promotion first, I always spoke about the three-legged stool for cashews: production, processing, and promotion. But to my mind, the investment that we made in processing and promotion, both as a president of KCMA, more importantly as the chairman of Cashew Export Promotion Council of India, not only in India, the cashew majors like Vietnam and Brazil, I put them together. I think it is giving us rich dividends today. It's a habit that you have to create. Once you create, nobody can resist. So, habit begetting habits is what is happening today. People are used to cashews, and it's a question of making them used to that particular taste. And once they know what cashews are all about, I think it's a natural flow. There could be ups and downs depending on the prices. Price is not going to be a real and strict mental barrier, but it's going to be a barrier. It would be a barrier temporarily. The consumption may come down to a certain extent within the community which consumes cashews, but we have the new, so to say, the new generation that's coming up into the habit of having cashews. That will give us a big boost.
Right. So, what according to you is a roadmap for sustainability, achievement of sustainability in India?
As I said, the sustainability is a $1,000,000 question. The sustainability will come first and foremost from production. We have a lot of problems in all origins when it comes to production. 500 to 800 kilos per hectare is what is being harvested today. That productivity has to see an exponential growth. So on one side, it should be sustainable primarily for the farmer. If it does not happen, I don't think he will evince any interest. Once that comes in place, success will beget success. There will be a stream of farmers who would want to voluntarily, suo moto, come into cashew processing. And that's a big challenge. When that is done, it need not be in the form of a chicken and an egg, because you grow exponentially. What are you going to do? Production and processing. Therefore, even before we produce, we must all people in the cashew industry, stakeholders, should believe in spending or investing on promotion. Generic promotion is the name of the game.
Right, sir.
So that when that happens and everybody believes in sharing out some money, shelling out some money for a cause which will benefit us collectively, I think this will fall in place. As I said, production is the main challenge.
Right, sir.
Promotion, to my mind, to match the increasing production is more important than the production per se. Because production has come to a stage with automation. Production is not going to be a huge challenge in as much as turning out volumes. It will have its own other problems and challenges.
Right.
Those are to be addressed differently. I think we should be on course.
What do you think about WCC and what are your expectations for next year?
Excellent. WCC, when it was conceived, my good friend Souza had consulted me on several occasions, had even come to your office, and we have had discussions on that. And I had seen a bright future for cashewinfo.com and WCC, not only for WCC, but to the cashew community at large. You have been able to put all people under the cashew umbrella under one roof. That's a huge achievement. And the rising numbers and people talking about an event which is bringing everybody on one platform is something unique. And I must in very particular admire the teamwork that we have seen, because of which we have been able to come together. I wish cashewinfo.com success unalloyed.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
It was
you.
a
It's a
great
pleasure
pleasure
meeting
having.
you. Thank you.